Where should I be looking? Camera or you? Okay, cool. My name is Saeed Ferguson, heavily involved in the Philadelphia community and like trying to support the community and be a member of that community, and worked at a store called P's and Q's for a long time, since I was 15 until 25. So I've been in streetwear for a long time and just want to help support the city that I grew up in ways that helps people that are interested in doing creative work like photography, video work, design, and even like brand stuff. Meeting people through the internet was like a thing at the time, so you would like see people online, you'd be like, damn, this person seems cool, and like you eventually ran into them and like became friends that way, and yeah, it was kind of interesting experience for sure. Through that, got to go to the store called Abacus, and Abacus was P's and Q's before P's and Q's, and like those guys are very much community based. They would throw events and stuff, and I would go to them, and I eventually started working for them. So that's kind of snowballed from that. I think through the P's and Q's experience, I got really in tune with the community, and just like that creates the experience of what I think streetwear is. So I've always wanted to continue that and to bring people together, because one, I think it's fun, like to bring people together and celebrate these different moments, but two, you get to like, I don't know, like understand people at a different level. I was doing photography a little bit, but I think streetwear came first, and then I picked up the camera. I was like buying clothes from like the Hundreds and 10 Deep and Stussy, and I thought those guys were like so cool. And then my brother gave me a camera because I was spending a lot of time playing video games. He was like, you gotta go outside. Started using photo as like a means to like use my energy and do something different besides gaming. I guess this was like me observing and learning around with like my surroundings and like sharing that with the world. I learned Photoshop for lookbooks and product stuff, Lightroom, and started to learn like Capture One eventually. Like all that just came just by doing like being immersed in that and trying to figure out how to like make changes and color correct and like all those different things. It started with a smaller cooler project called Diddle and Limbo that I had with my friend Sean Murray. Sean Murray is also a photographer. He was just a really good friend, and we just had like ideas to create outside of photo. And we started to like screen print onto pants, like these big columns onto pants. And that was kind of like the first, kind of just like opened my mind to the possibilities, because we took this image and then we half-toned it, and then took that half-tone and burned it onto a screen. And then from that, we just pulled it onto pants, and like you can now wear this thing. And it was kind of like a mind-blowing thing. Like you could take an image and like have it become a garment. Like it was just like a crazy process. I've always known about screen printing, but I just never done it and like seen it with my own eyes. I was like, this is kind of like crazy. Like you could just make stuff. Sean eventually, maybe like a year or two after we did that project, he moved to LA. So that kind of like ended, and I was trying to figure out how to continue, because I love doing that. I was like trying to figure out how to continue making stuff and creating stuff. But it took that initial project, Diddle and Limbo, to like really get me into making stuff, because before that I was just so set on those taking photos. I thought that was going to be my like whole life. I recently upgraded to like a newer Mac system, so I spend 10, 12 hours right here all day. That's just the brand station. We got a gigantic calendar of the whole year, trying to map it out and like figure out what we're doing this year. Got plenty of drop days coming up. Stay tuned. This is my old workstation, my old computer, and now it's like an open desk, so any of the homies that wants to come in and like work can come through here. Edit some photos, create some graphics. The homie Anthony usually spends a lot of time here. He's also like a local photographer, so some of his stuff is on the desk. Here we got like a bunch of just like inspo stuff, random stuff over the years, old tags, works that our friends created. We got First Last, we got some stuff Taylor Galloway made, who was a Philadelphia photographer who moved to LA. Our skateboard that we used to get around the Bach building because it's so massive, and the best way. Honestly, wanted to do this in high school, so now we can do it now, to skate around the halls. This is one of my favorites. I got this from P's and Q's from Rare Panther and the guy Reginald Sylvester. He's like a painter that I was really hyped on. I love having that as like, that's one of my favorite graphics he's made. So that was a gift from the P's and Q's guys. This is one of the first ones. We made this in like 2019. Never used it. This one too is a pretty old one. It's a Turner Union one. We also never used that, but a couple other ones that we have just like laying around. Now we've moved on. We're to like the natural color. We always gone with like the super big tag, which people either love or hate. We've redesigned them to make them like easily like tear awayable. Like you could rip them out if you don't like it. Oh, sure. Like yeah, it's so much easier to do it. But I like the scale of big labels. Like it's such a cool thing to design though. These are like some old screens that we've used in the past. We used to do all the screen printing in-house. So those are like old relics, Hall of Fame, if you will. Like I don't know what to do with this board, so I've been using it to try to map up some content ideas. And then we have like some new like development ideas that we want to work on. So like things we want to make, like a pleated pant, like a double zip jacket, winter jackets, just like trying to make sure we can keep all of our ideas in one place as far as like garments that we want to create. So it's kind of like a list of those things. Yeah, back here, what do we have back here? We just have library / food area, drinks. I've been making cold brew, so cold brew stuff is back here. Hella frogs. Most of these are gifts. I think almost all of them are gifts. Besides like this is like a collab wine, but everything else has been given to us. It's kind of became a thing in 2021. Me and Andrew were like I think we were sending like memes or something together. At least at the time it was like very much on the internet. It was like on TikTok a lot. I was sending like a bunch of videos and some of them had like frog things. And I think subconsciously I thought it kind of like synced it to my brain. And like when I was doing research, frog things would like pop up on like Arena. I use Arena a lot for like research and like I would like add that to the mood board. And then a frog made its way into one of the graphics and it did really well. And then we ended up making a full frog collection. And then it just became like a big part of the brand. Accidentally, and now people come through the studio and give us frog gifts. This is a frog candle. We never lighten that. Yeah, they're literally everywhere. You can probably find a frog in every corner. And these are just like old books that I've collected over the years. They were in my house at some point, and then we moved and needed a different space for it, so we created this as a home for it. I think I like this one just because Virgil's a big inspo. I never opened up this magazine. It's been sealed for probably like 4 or 5 years. Oh, this was a gift. This is kind of like a catalog of like tools, and my friend gave it to me as like a way to like reference.
Dude, my father-in-law would kill you for that.
Apparently it's expensive. I think he spent like over $100 on this. This cool illustrations of like tools and different like hardware. Kind of cool. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. I love this one too. Rem Coolhouse. Got a little note. This is also a gift. Yeah, it's plenty of good stuff. And back here is a bunch of like storage samples. Got a couch that we nap on. Big printer. We can print poster-sized graphics and stuff on. We hide everything back here because it's like not the prettiest to look at, so we hide it. And that's it. That's most of the space. Got a bunch of like photo equipment just to be able to make content whenever we want. Everything's on wheels. Yeah. What kind of started it was this trash can project that Streets Department did. They essentially took over Philadelphia's like popular corners and like they had trash cans there, but like Gary Barbera had like these big ads and they were like, we don't want these ads there anymore. We don't place artwork there. So they reached out to a handful of artists and I was one of those artists. And instead of posting like a photo, I posted this quote, whatever you believe or think you can do, begin it. And that was like the start of pretty much everything. From that, like I got like a lot of, it wasn't like a quote that I came up with, it's like a Wolfgang Tillman quote, but that just like hit me pretty deeply. So I just wanted to share that idea to the world, and I got like a big response from that. Like from there, I was like, maybe this could be something else. Like I was still making stuff with Sean, and I was like, I could probably screen print this onto like garments, like t-shirt and toes. So I did it, and then like sold out immediately. I was like, that's interesting, and I started to like dive deeper into that world and started making more stuff for All Caps. And I think after that, I released like another shirt and like another tote, and then eventually it did like this peace and love graphic that eventually like kind of took it a bit deeper. Like that was kind of like a moment that like shifted All Caps into being like a real brand, because up until that point it was kind of just like an experiment in a way. Okay, like this thing now can be like, this thing has legs, and how do we take it to the next level? So I had to like try to figure out how to become like an entrepreneur, founder, like a brand. Like I accidentally created a brand, I got to figure out how to be a brand owner. Like it was crazy. And I got to do photo through the brand too. Like I was taking all the lookbooks for a while, up until like this year almost. So I was able to still do like the fashion photo thing that I always wanted to, but like just for myself. Yeah. It's probably over like 40 drops at this point, individual drops. Yeah, it's a lot. Oh my God, it stayed the same. It's just me and Andrew. It's been me and Andrew since 2020, and yeah, it's still the same. I'm trying to grow it more this year though. That's the goal. For a long time was like, so I wanted to do everything. I wanted to do the photo, I wanted to do the design, I wanted to like control like the whole brand and how it's presented. But as a founder, as like someone who's leading a business, like you have to put people who are great at their thing and let them lead that, and like you have to oversee and direct. And yeah, I'm trying to learn how to become that. I'm trying to learn how to become like a true entrepreneur, like put people in roles that they can succeed in and that can help the brand, and we can all work together and create like this dynamic experience for all of us and create like a really good brand. Because doing everything yourself is truly, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like, you're just gonna burn yourself out, and it's never gonna be the best thing it can be because you're trying to do everything.